Hello students, welcome in my YouTube channel Cyber Gyan. How are you? I hope so that you all will be healthy and fine this time. Our today video topic is Introduction to Database DBMS Basics. This video is especially for the school students of class 8th. In this chapter, you all will learn the basic concepts of DBMS. I hope you all will like, share and subscribe my channel. Now let's start the video. Before starting the video, I would like to tell you what is the need of DBMS. Nowadays, from booking of lunch to the launching of missile is completely depend on information technology. In today era, data play a vital role in any organization. DBMS is the backbone of any modern application software. With the help of DBMS, any organization can run smoothly and perform its task without any obstacle. And any organization would like to do real-time updation, they can do a lot of fields and domains that are where the DBMS is using continuously. First one is, you can see an example of railway reservation, inventory system, billing system, in schools, in hospitals, in e-commerce, also in airlines reservation, and many more domains are there where you can see the use of database management system. Let's start the video. Now, first of all, you all are saying what is DBMS. The full form of DBMS is Database Management System or software. It comprises two words, database plus management system. Database is what? It is a collection of data in a systematic manner, and the management system is a set of program to store and retrieve the data. I have said that collection of data in a systematic manner. The better example of your school records of different students, and a set of programs means a software. Whenever there is a requirement to store means सबमिट करना डेटा को या एड रिट्रीव जरूरत पड़ने पर उस डेटा को उस डेटाबेस से लेना. This is the working of DBMS. Finally, we can say DBMS is collection of data and set of program to access and store those data in an easy and efficient manner. In market, a number of databases are available. Few are MS Access, Oracle, MySQL, etc. फाइनली हम ये कह सकते हैं कि डेटाबेस मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम एक तरीके का सॉफ्टवेयर होता है जिस सॉफ्टवेयर के हेल्प से हम किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइज डेटा को, एक सिस्टमेटिक डेटा को अपनी आवश्यकता अनुसार ज़रूरत पड़ने पर उससे डेटा ले सकते हैं और अपना काम पूरा होने के बाद उस डेटा को उसमें पुनः स्टोर कर सकते हैं. नॉट ओनली यू, एनी पर्सन who is connected to that DBMS, they can access and retrieve the same data. We can take example of Indian Railway reservation. One person can do reservation from Delhi and one person can do reservation from Chennai, and after cancellation of the same reservation from any railway station, everyone who would like to access the data server of Indian Railway can know that now seat is vacant or not, or seat is filled. Here it is mandatory to understand that before the database management system, what was? There was a file processing system. In file processing system, every individual or every person use their own application and store their own data in separate files. Like in the screen you can see A, B and C. There are three users and they are using separate applications, programs to do their task. Either they are retrieving the data or they are storing the data. They have to do the same on different files. That was file processing system. But at that time, a number of problems over there with the file processing system. The first problem is data duplication. When in a single organization every individual works on different files, then a number of files are there that were created by different users. So it's a problem of data duplication over there. Second one is data integrity. What is the meaning of integrity? Here the meaning of integrity is completeness and correctness of data. Let's suppose user B updates something in their file and user A doesn't. Then if the user B take the file from A and he will found that his incomplete file, it was not complete or correct. That's why it's a problem of integrity over there. कोई भी यूज़र जो एक फाइल में अपडेशन हो रहा है और दूसरी फाइल में अपडेशन नहीं हो रहा है, तो इसमें सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम आती है रियल टाइम अपडेशन की, जो कि नहीं होना चाहिए. रियल टाइम अपडेशन इज़ इंपॉर्टेंट. इफ़ नो रियल टाइम अपडेशन इज़ देयर, देन हाउ कैन different users can do their work smoothly. Let's suppose किसी स्टूडेंट ने अपने घर का एड्रेस चेंज करा लिया है, बट वो बी ने अपडेट किया और ए ने अपडेट नहीं किया, एंड ए वुड लाइक टू सेंड सम रिपोर्ट कार्ड्स एनी अदर लेटर टू his or her home. Then how can he send? Because of he or she will send the address on the letter on a wrong address, because of ए के पास वो एड्रेस अपडेट नहीं है जबकि बी ने वो एड्रेस अपडेट कर दिया. इस तरीके से डेटा इंटीग्रिटी की प्रॉब्लम यहाँ पर आती है. सेकंड वन इज डेटा सिक्योरिटी. व्हेन नंबर ऑफ फाइल्स देयर, then it is very typical job to maintain the security on different files. How to enforce the security constant over there, and how to give the authentication to number of users. It is very big problem over there of data security. How to maintain security in the file processing system. Fourth one is data isolation. The main problem of data isolation is there. Your data is not in the centric form. Your data is not the centric environment, because of A only can access his own data, B can access his own data, and C can access his own data. हर पर्सन अपना डेटा एक्सेस कर सकता है और उसमें चेंजमेंट कर सकता है मैनुअली, या हमें जब तक हम ट्रांसफ़र नहीं करते अपना अपडेट डेटा दूसरे के पास, तब तक उसको ये पता नहीं लगेगा कि इस किसी डेटा में क्या चेंजमेंट या क्या अपडेशन किया गया. इस तरीके से डेटा हमारा आइसोलेट फॉर्म में बना रहता है. एंड सेकेंड वन, नाउ इन द फील्ड ऑफ DBMS. अब हम जब DBMS का इस्तेमाल करते हैं तो वहाँ पर क्या देखते हैं कि A, B और C, all the three users are using different applications, but with the help of DBMS. This particular DBMS is connected with the central database server. Here you all can see, if B user make any updation in the database, then whenever A or C will log in his system, then they can get the updated data as per the authentication rule. यदि A और C को अथेंटिकेट मिला हुआ है कि वह डेटा को देख सकता है, तो अगर यदि B उसमें कोई अपडेशन करता है तो A और C को भी वो अपडेशन प्रॉपर मिलता रहेगा. दिस इज़ द वेरी बिग डिफरेंस बिटवीन द फाइल प्रोसेसिंग सिस्टम एंड DBMS. जब भी रिट्रीवल की बात आएगी तो भी यही काम उनको आसानी से करना पड़ेगा. यहाँ पर डेटा डुप्लीकेशन की, इंटीग्रिटी की और सिक्योरिटी की और आइसोलेशन की प्रॉब्लम्स काफ़ी हद तक सॉल्व हो जाती है. दिस वे वी कैन सी द डिफरेंस बिटवीन फाइल प्रोसेसिंग सिस्टम एंड DBMS. Now this is the time to see how many database models are there. Mainly there are three database models. First one is hierarchical model, second one is network model, and third one is relational database model. From starting, first one is hierarchical model. इन दिस हायरार्किकल मॉडल हम एक पदानुक्रम को फॉलो करते हैं जो एक ट्री स्ट्रक्चर के फॉर्म में आपको दिख रहा है. इस ट्री स्ट्रक्चर में रूट और उसके चाइल्ड्स होते हैं. ये सबसे ओल्डेस्ट मॉडल, इट इज़ द oldest model among all of the database model. It was developed by IBM in 1968. It's a structure like a family tree structure. Always it follow the downwards tree. And the example of this type of database is System 2000. In hierarchical database, like you can understand with the help of parents and child. At the root node is work like a parents, and its leaf node works like it's a child. Another model is network model, and network model you can see network model, you can see it is also like the hierarchical model, but it is somewhat different. It is implemented by pointers, hashing and indexing technique. It is very complex model. Here are here are many to many relationships, many access paths over there. In the diagram you can see a node can be connected to any other node, but not in tree, in not in the form of tree. And you are seeing hierarchical model, they have only downwards tree approach, but in network model there is no downwards approach over there. They can follow any approach, downwards, upward, whatever. Example, DBTG codacell is the example of network model. Now it's the time to discuss on the third one model, which is called relational database model. In relational database model, you can see in screen, relational database model is also known as RDBMS. In relational database model, the main thing is relation. It is the another name of table. It is the relation of row and column. The structure of relational database model is row and column wise, and it is based on relational theory of maths. रिलेशनल डेटाबेस मॉडल कम्प्लीटली रो एंड कॉलम वाइज एक स्ट्रक्चर होता है और ये मैथमेटिक्स रिलेशन थ्योरी पर डिपेंड करता है. EF कोड, वन ऑफ द कंप्यूटर साइंटिस्ट, डेटाबेस साइंटिस्ट, हैज़ गिवन 12 रूल्स, जिनको हम कोड्स रूल्स के नाम से जानते हैं. अगर कोई DBMS RDBMS है तो उसके लिए कंडीशन है कि उसको कम से कम 6 रूल्स फॉलो करने ही चाहिए. In the screen you can see the structure of a table. The another name of relation is table. Here you are seeing ID, name, father's name, date of birth, address. They are the different fields in a row column wise structure. They are called fields or attributes. And one complete record of a single person, it is known as tuple. Let's suppose any student whose name is Rohan, and Rohan ID, Rohan name, Rohan father's name, date of birth, Rohan address is called a tuple or record. And the intersection point of row and column is known as cell. It's important to understand over there in the relation the basic terms over there. The cell, relation or table, tuple or record, attributes and field. Again I would like to repeat the same. Tuple is the another name of record, attribute is another name of field, and what is cell, intersection point of row and column is called cell, and another name of relation is called table. Now this is the time to understand what is DBA. Before starting the DBA, I would like to know what is the full form of DBA. Database administrator is the full form of DBA. होता कौन है DBA? DBA एक ऑल एंड ऑल पर्सन है, एक सुपर यूज़र है किसका? डेटाबेस का, जो डेटाबेस का इस्तेमाल करता है और उसको अलग अलग लोगों को इस्तेमाल करने के लिए देता है और उन पर कई सिक्योरिटी, इन्फोर्समेंट, स्टैंडर्ड, इंटीग्रिटी रूल्स आदि चीज़ें उस पर इम्प्लीमेंट करता है. देयर आर सम बेसिक ड्यूटीज़ ऑफ DBA. यू कैन ऑब्जर्व दिस ड्यूटीज़. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, डिफाइन द स्कीमा. किसी भी डेटाबेस का स्कीमा क्या होता है? द स्कीमा का मतलब होता है द ओवरऑल स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ ए डेटाबेस इज नोन एज डेटाबेस स्कीमा. दिस इज द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ DBA टू डिफाइन द स्कीमा. Then second one is liaising with user. The meaning of liaising is the DBA has a responsibility to always communicate with other users of database. Time to time he or she has to instruct to other user ki for further updation in data, for further new structure in data. So DBA always has to contact in the other users. The third one is defining security and integrity. It is the most responsible job of DBA that he has to maintain the security and integrity. In case of loss of data, in case of theft of data, it is the responsibility to maintain the security standard on the database with the help of proper authentication, proper authorization, and to maintain the integrity also. Let's suppose any user is accessing the data, retrieving the data. If he or she is not getting the accurate data, correct data, then it is the loss of integrity over there. So responsibility of DBA is to maintain the security and integrity over there. Fourth one is backup and recovery. In case of power failure, hardware crash, how you can recover your data. Data is the डिजिटल वेल्थ ऑफ एनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का जो डिजिटल वेल्थ होता है, डिजिटल धन हम कह सकते हैं उसको, वो क्या होता है? डेटा. अगर किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का डेटा चला जाएगा तो उसका सब कुछ चला जाएगा. तो इट्स रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ DBA टाइम टू टाइम टेक द बैकअप ऑफ डेटाबेस, बिकॉज in the case of power failure, in the case of destruction, in the case of theft, in the case of fraud, you can recover your own data from your backup. Last one is monitoring the performance. Every time the DBA has make an eagle eye on the database ki what's happening, what's going on, who is trying to interrupt the data, who is trying to accessing the data, person the DBA has to check with the person who is not authenticate, and after no authentication he is accessing the data, any loopholes over there, any insecurity measurement over there. So every time he has to monitoring the performance of database, like every user who is connecting with the database he is able to retrieve his own required query or not. लास्टली हम कह सकते हैं कि DBA है वो, उसका बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट रोल होता है डेटाबेस मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम में. DBA ही वो पर्सन है जो डेटाबेस की पूरी देखभाल करना, यूजर से बातचीत करना, डेटाबेस को सिक्योर करने के लिए, उसकी इंटीग्रिटी, कंप्लीटनेस और करेक्टनेस मेंटेन करने के लिए, डेटाबेस का बैकअप लेने के लिए, उसकी रिकवरी करने के लिए, ओवरऑल जो डेटाबेस के अंदर चल रहा है उन सबकी परफॉर्मेंस मेजर करने के लिए सारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी किसकी होती है? DBA की. मैं आशा करता हूँ आप सभी को ये वीडियो काफ़ी फ़ायदेमंद साबित होगा और काफ़ी अच्छा भी लगा होगा. हाँ तो स्टूडेंट्स, आपको ये वीडियो कैसा लगा आप सभी लोग कमेंट बॉक्स में कमेंट देकर बता सकते हैं. प्लीज़ लाइक, सब्सक्राइब एंड शेयर माय चैनल. थैंक यू.